As I was doing a little prep and learning and research and preparation for this video, I came up on this book, which I thought looked very interesting indeed. I thought I would mention it for you out there. I know people who come to this channel tend to be into books like I am, and it's always good to help each other, build out our libraries and make sure we've got good resources in there. And so this is a book called The United Nations and the Question of Palestine, Rule by Law and the Structure of International Legal Subalternity. And this is quite a recent book, 30th November last year. And another new word for me, subalternity. I hadn't heard of that before. The description of the book is talking about how the UN has failed to respect international law with regard to Palestine and the way it's being treated by the country that the UN hates, according to Wikipedia. Interestingly, this final sentence here says, this book demonstrates that through the actions of the UN, Palestine and its people have been committed to a state of what the author calls international legal subalternity, according to which the promise of justice through international law is repeatedly proffered under a cloak of political legitimacy furnished by the international community, but its realization is interminably withheld. And I thought, wow, that sounds like a great book. I would like to read it. £94.53. So, and that's pretty much the cheapest copy I can find online. So, I might take out a payment plan, and spend £20 a month for 5 months to get hold of this book, but I'm not sure. But I thought I'd put it on your radar and just point out, I know it's a Cambridge textbook, right? And these can tend to be a little bit more expensive, but Cambridge University Press is the publisher. But that's crazy, £100 for that book. So to me, that tells me there's got to be some good stuff in there. The other thing I thought I would do in preparation for tonight's stream was I would have a quick look through some of the other books in my library and see which ones talk about the UN, because that's the topic of tonight's book. And I was surprised some books that I thought would have lots of references to the UN didn't. These ones here that I've got up on the screen are the books with the most index page references to the United Nations. So you've got Griffin's other book, one of Griffin's other books, The Creature from Jekyll Island, Claire Ellis, The Blackening of Europe. We've got Bat Yor, 2 books, Eurabia, and also Europe, Globalization and the Coming Universal Caliphate. Then we've got Eoin Ratiu, The Milner-Fabian Conspiracy. We've got Julian Huxley's book, Memories 2. Julian Huxley, of course, was the founder and the first sort of director or president of UNESCO. And then last but not least, we've got Sean Stone's New World Order. Sean Stone, the son of legendary film director Oliver Stone. So these are books that you might want to hunt down copies of these and grab them and read them if you want to learn a little more about the UN off the back of what we learn in The Fearful Master.